Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're connecting from. I want to believe you can hear me. Sorry, we are starting the class a little late, so a few minutes late. Confirm you can hear me. You're welcome. You're welcome to today's live stream. You're welcome. You're welcome. Good morning, Mr. Allah. Good morning, Mr. Ifine. Please confirm you can hear me. Have any question or that you want me to analyze, let me know in the comment section. If you have any question or anything you want me to let me know in the comment. Okay, so let's start by looking at the calendar for today. Today is the 10th of February 2026. Later today, the United States will be releasing its core retail sales and retail sales data. This is an high impact news, so you should be very careful trading US dollar pairs. Should be careful trading US dollar pairs before this major news is released. Okay, so that's it for today. The DXY and yen baskets to know the strength of the yen and the dollar. Okay, while this loading, let's look at currency pairs. So start with GBP USD. If there's any pair you want me to analyze, let me know in the comments section. Okay, so GBP USD. Let's start with the daily time frame. We need to know the trend for the daily. Okay, so yesterday was strongly bullish. Yesterday was strongly bullish, and for those of you who have the software, should have caught this move yesterday. It's about 111 pips. The bias for yesterday was bullish. It has bought. If you look at where price is right now, I don't think it's wise to buy from the current market price. I don't think it's current market price. So what's going to happen on Euro USD? It is either Euro USD would come fill this gap. You can see this gap we have here. It has not been filled completely. So Euro USD might, okay, we have this gap here on Euro USD. Okay, these gaps, Euro USD might still want to come and test this level. And also we have this gap here. Okay, so Euro USD might come to retest this level. Okay, so for those of you who have this software, best is to wait for today's candle to close before you execute a trade. If today's candle closes bearish and the bias changes to bearish, that is when you should sell. You can see the bias here, it's still bullish, but price is at a premium. This bias was generated last Friday. After the close of last Friday candle, you can see, and it has done over from this point 174 pips. And I did told you that anytime the market has moved in one direction above 100 pips, you should not take that trade. You should not take that trade. You should wait for a strong reversal before you take the trade. Okay, so if today's candle closes bearish and the bias changes bearish, we are going to sell. is that simple. It is that simple. If today's candle closes bearish, we are going to sell. And if we are selling, if you are selling, your first target will be this fair value gap. Your first target will be this fair value gap if you are selling. Okay. But as far as I'm concerned today, I'm not seeing any good setup on GBP USD. I'm not seeing any good opportunity to sell or buy GBP USD. So I'm not considering trading. Maybe after the news, if I see a good setup, probably maybe after the news, this liquidity residing at this previous high might be swept. If I see a good bearish reversal pattern after liquidity has been swept, I could risk selling. But the best time to sell will be after the close of today's candle. You should be looking for sales tomorrow and not today. Wait for the buyers to change bearish before you take a sell. So right now, I'm not seeing buy opportunity. I'm not seeing sell opportunity on GBP USD. Euro USD also, you can see that the market has been ranging for several hours now. You can see the market has been ranging. Okay, you see bullish. This bullish bias was generated after the formation of this candle. So yesterday was the time for you to have bought, and you'd have made 100 and at least 100 pips. The stop loss would have been at this point. Okay, I told you can use the ATR half as your stop loss, and you can use the daily ATR as your take profit. If you had expected the trade yesterday, you could have used 50 pips as your stop loss, and you could have used 100 pips as your take profit. Your risk reward should never go below 1 to 2. Your risk reward, if you are using this software and you want to be profitable long term, your risk reward should not go below 1 to 2. I hope that is clear. Your risk reward should not go below 1 to 2. Hope you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Mr. Tunde, can you hear me? Mr. Tunde, are you around? Are you around? Are you at the gate now or you've entered? Okay, hold on. Hold on. 2 minutes. Okay. I believe you can hear me. Sorry for that break. I had to attend to an emergency. Okay. So let's move on. Let's move on. So that's it for USD. So USD, Euro USD, don't buy now, don't sell now. If today's candle closes bearish and the bias changes, price is already at a premium area, and as a premium area, you don't want to sell. Okay, you don't want to buy. Price at premium now. Okay, so if today's bias changes to bearish, if you have the software, you should sell tomorrow. You should sell tomorrow. Okay, so that's it for Euro USD. If there's any pair you want me to analyze, please let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section. If there's any pair you want me to analyze, let me know in the comment section. Okay. Okay, so let's move on to USD JPY. What's happening on USD JPY? So I want us to look at DXY and dollar index before. Okay, DXY. Let's see DXY. I want us to see dollar index and JPY. Okay, so you can also see dollar index has been bearish for some hours now. Okay, I think dollar index is still bearish based on what we have here. It's going to sweep this liquidity residing at this low. That is certain. It's going to sweep that liquidity. going to sweep that liquidity. So it is still very bearish. Okay, it's going to sweep. Yeah, it's going to sweep this liquidity. So dollar is still bearish. Yeah, you see this relative equal low. This relative equal low, it will sweep it. It will sweep it. Okay, so if you are considering buying the dollar, wait for this low to be swept. Wait for the low to be swept before you consider buying dollar. Wait for this low to be swept before you trade the dollar. Okay, so it's going to sweep this low. That is certain. And it's likely dollar might fill this gap here. You can see this gap here that has not been filled. You see this gap here that has not been filled. Dollar might want to fill that gap before going bullish. Okay, it might want to fill this gap before going bullish. Okay, so if today's candle closes bullish, for those of you who have the software, if today's candle closes bullish, that will be a strong confirmation for us to take our sell tomorrow. That will be a strong confirmation for us to take our sell tomorrow. I hope that is clear. Okay, so that's it for dollar. Let's see yen baskets. If you watch the video, for those of you that have the software, if you watch the video I dropped in the group yesterday, I told you guys look for sell today on JPY base. I told you guys look for sell, especially GBP JPY. I said look for sales. Okay, look for sales. So you can see this low, they will still sweep it. This relative equal low, they will still sweep it. But I think price wants to first of all sweep this buy side liquidity, this high here. Okay, I think that's its next target. This high it's created. Yeah, I think it wants to sweep it. Okay, so after sweeping it, it might just continue with its bearish move. So it's likely going to come sweep this. If it sweeps this buy side, it's going to come for this sell side. So I think it wants to go for this buy side before going for the sell side liquidity. So those of you I told about GBP I hope you took advantage of that trade. I'm currently on GBP JPY sell, and I've made so much profit, over 100 pips on GBP JPY, over 100 pips on GBP JPY sell. Okay, so let's go to the chart. You can see the setup on GBP JPY. It gave us the bearish setup after the candle close yesterday. Let's see. It should be bearish. So you can see it is a valid signal. A valid signal. Price is at premium, was at premium as at yesterday, and the bias is bearish. You can see this is a valid signal for sell. This is a valid signal for sell. When the bias is bearish and price is at premium, that is the reason for the sell. And where am I aiming for? My target is first the low here. Okay, my target is this low here. Right now I've adjusted my stop loss to break even. So I have nothing to lose on this trade right now. Okay, I have nothing to lose on this trade right now because my stop loss is at break even. I will not advise that you start selling from this point. You've already missed a lot of pips on this trade. I will not advise that you sell right now. If you sell right now, you'll be taking a very high risk. This is where you should have entered sell. You can see I've made over 100 pips on this trade. Okay, so if the potential target is this is just 81 pips, and you want to take this trade now, you'll be risking 130 pips for 80 pips, which I feel is not a good risk reward. Okay, if at all you want to take this trade, you go in with small lot size, very small lot size. Okay, less than let's say you want to risk $50 on this trade before. Now that it has moved, you shouldn't risk more than maybe $5 or $10. Now that it has moved, you shouldn't risk more than $5 or $10 because that's already moved. So most likely Euro or GBP JPY is likely going to come for this low. It's likely going to come for this low. It might still drop to this point, but this should be the first target. It might come for this. For this, the reason is that we have this fair value gap below this low. So this low is an area of liquidity, a high level of liquidity. So because we have this fair value gap here, and you can see we have this resistance on support. So this area, this zone, is a key zone that it might come for. It's a key demand zone to come for. So this will be my final target for. Once it gets to this level, I'm going to close like 70 to 80% of the profits I've made on the trade. Then hope it gets to this area. So that's it for GBP JPY. If you have any question, let me know. So we've looked at GBP US, Euro USD, GBP JPY for gold. Let's see gold. Gold. So you can see gold, the bias is bullish, rise at premium, tells you there's likely going to be a reversal on gold. So I'm going to take any risk on gold today. It will be a sell. You can see a gap was created on Monday. I would love to see price come and fill this gap. So we have our entry level 1 here, entry level 2. If I want to risk buying, okay, this week gold is likely going to be bullish. This week, gold might come sweep the high. It might not happen this week, but it might. Okay, so this might be the target for the buy. But before you buy, I would advise you wait for price to pull back to at least this entry level 1 before you buy. Don't jump in and start buying. Don't jump in and start buying. Wait for price to pull back to this level or this level before you buy gold. So today, gold might see some sales on gold today. You might see some sales on gold today. So patiently wait. You can see if you apply a Fibonacci from this swing low, the price started buying to this point. You can see this is where you should have entered buying. If you didn't buy from this point, why would you want to buy from this point? Why would you want to buy from this point? So patiently wait for price to pull back into this zone before you buy. That's my take on gold. You can see gold has been ranging for some time now. You can see it's been ranging for some time. So, but with what we have here, this is a bearish setup. This is a bearish setup. Why bearish? You can see we had a liquidity. Liquidity was swept from this point, and there was a shift in market structure at this point. You can see this is the most recent higher. Is it higher low? Yeah, higher low. Yeah, this is a higher low, the most recent higher low. This candle closed below it. That's a shifting market structure. And after shifting market structure, price needs to pull back to a premium area. And that's what is playing out now. So if price breaks out from this level, 5040.30, you could risk selling gold. With this structure we have here, with these patterns we have here, this is a bearish pattern. So the best risk to take on gold with what we have, what we are seeing on the chart, will be the sell. And if you are selling, your stop loss should be at this point. Your stop loss should be at this point or a few pips above this point. Always set your stop loss. You should always have your invalidation level before you execute. So anything that makes price break this high, gold might just keep buying, might just keep going bullish. So you want to set your stop loss at this point or a few pips above this point. I always advise that you set it a few pips above because this level as it is right now is an area of liquidity and they might want to sweep it before pushing price down. So set your stop loss few pips above. At least this is gold. Your stop loss should be at least maybe 50 or 100 pips above this high. That's my take on gold. If you have this soft, the bias is bullish, you have to, and that will happen after the close of today's candle. That's when this will change. As if the candle closes bearish, that is when the bias will change, and that is when you can risk selling. Okay, that is when you can risk selling gold. I hope that is clear. I hope that is clear. If you have any other question, any other pair you want me to analyze, let me know in the comment section. If you have any pair, any question, let me know in the comment section. Any question, any question? Those of you trade Euro or C, I expect Euro also to be bullish, or the bullish setup will be confirmed tomorrow because we have here is the bearish premium. So after the close of today's candle, that is when we know if Euro or C is bullish or this bearish setup we had here. This was generated at this point. You can see this engulfing candle here. See, so you should have sold from this point. Profit is about 200 something pips. Remember, I said when you have this bias bearish and the market has gone in that direction, it has sold over 100 pips. You should not take that trade. So This is exhausted already. It has played out already. So you should not take the trade. So wait for today's candle to close and see if the buyers will change to bullish and the zone change to discount. Then we look for buy. Okay, so if today's candle closes bullish and buyers changes to bullish, zone also changes to discount, then we should look for buys. We should look for buys on Euro Australian dollar. It has given us an engulfing pattern here. It has given us a spinning bottom here, spinning bottom indicating that the market is about to change. I would advise you wait for today's candle to close. Wait for the daily candle, ensure this changes to bullish discounts before you take the trade. It's that simple. Don't complicate the analysis. It's that simple. Don't complicate the analysis. Any question? Any question? Any question? If there are no questions, I'd have to end the session. Do you have any questions? Is there any other player you want me to analyze? Please drop a comment. If you are here to give the video a thumbs up, please give it a thumbs up. And if it's your first time joining the live stream, I appreciate you for joining, and I wish that you subscribe to the channel so that anytime I come on live, you get notified by YouTube. Mr. Sam, I can see you. Chibuzo, Keleshi, I can see you. Mr. Kola, I can see you. Mr. Ifeanyi, I can see you. Any question? Do you have any question? Is there any other pair you want me to analyze? Let me know. 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 If you have any question, any pair you want me to analyze, let me know. Let's see USD card. USD card also. Start from the daily. Let me apply the software. Okay, software is still bearish. Okay, but as you can see, this is where it generated the sell. So yesterday you should have executed that sell. So if you didn't sell from this point yesterday, if you had sold yesterday, your stop loss would have been 45 pips. Your take profit would have been 90 pips, and it has already delivered that. It has already delivered that. So right now you cannot sell. You cannot sell. Okay, so you have to wait for today's candle to close to know if you have to buy tomorrow or sell. So right now on USD card, I'm not interested in buying. I'm not interested in selling because there is no clear bullish pattern for us to buy USD card. If you're interested in getting the software, send me a message on WhatsApp. 1 month subscription is $20. 3 month subscription is $50. 1 month subscription is $20. 3 month subscription is $50. If you're interested, you send me a message. If you're having challenges with analysis, you need this software. You need it. You need it. You need it. You need it. This has made market analysis very easy. It has made it very easy. Less stressful. Less stressful. Less stressful. You need it. Any question? Any question? Can you all still hear me? Can you all still hear me? Can you all still hear me? Is there any other pair you want me to analyze? Any question? Any question? Any question? It appears there are no questions. It appears there are no questions. So that will be all for this session. That will be all for this session. I appreciate you all for your participation. And I wish you all a profitable trading day. Bye for now. If you have any question, for those of you using the software, if you have any question, send me a DM or drop it on the group. Any question. If you are my private student, you have any question, any pair you want me to analyze, send me a message on WhatsApp. To be attended to. You could just do a WhatsApp call and I will break it down for you. Thank you very much. Do have a wonderful day.